Welcome, one and all, to the day in the life of the phylum Placozoa. We shall be observing these simple creatures during their daily activities today, my friends, and answer the question, what the heck are Placozoa? Phylum Placozoa was discovered by German zoologist Franz Ilhard Schultz in 1883. Placozoa consists of only two layers, an upper and lower epithelium, and has no symmetry. The three major groups include Trichoplex adherens, Heulangia hongkongensis, and Polyplacotoma mediterranea. Today we'll be focusing on the latter, Polyplacotoma mediterranea. Here, Dave, our cameraman, watches from afar. We see two boogers, JP and her little sister Mo, are discussing their family history. We view here an enhanced version of their family tree. According to this 16S tree and this data matrix, the Placozoa's closely related phylum is Porifera. This is most likely due to the fact that both organisms are extremely simple in structure and function. The reason why the trees are different is most likely because of the way that we coded the traits from the data matrix. The 16S is more likely to have a higher accuracy because it was based on RNA sequencing and how similar the RNA sequences are by counting the difference in nucleotides. By this logic, the data matrix tree could have contained errors in the code, incorrectly grouping certain taxa together. The characteristics of locomotion, symmetry, and nervous system were most likely what caused the differences in our trees. Placozoa and Porifera were the only asymmetrical symmetry. Placozoa and Porifera were the only phyla that had a different method of locomotion. Each phyla had their own mode of nervous system that differentiated each phyla from the phylogenetic tree. Our phylogenetic tree is in agreement with literature because we found that it is closely related to Porifera and Cnidaria. This is based on the characteristics of the tissue layers in which all three phyla have two cell layers. It is believed that the Placozoa arose 600 million years ago. Unfortunately, according to literature, scientists have yet to discover how it originated, because Placozoa is thought to lie at the base of the Metazoan tree of life. After discussing their family history, we can observe here JP explaining to Mo the birds and the bees. Although we don't have live audio of what occurred, I can vaguely understand their language. Ready?
Placozoa reproduce sexually and asexually. When they reproduce sexually, it's not as good because our mother died from sexual reproduction. But in asexual, they just break into two halves of the same kind. And yeah, so they break into two. Yeah, asexual is pretty good, but sexual is not as good for our mother. Yeah.
Anyways, here we see JP show Mo the most effective habitat is tropical and subtropical waters, because that is where Placozoa thrive to be their best selves. Hashtag self-love is the best love. As we can see here, JP and Mo are moving around to find food. They do so by the use of cilia. It gives the appearance of floating movement as they make their way through the water. They then absorb food through their ventral surface by the use of digestive enzymes. Some of their favorite foods are various types of algae, chromists, chlorophytes, and even fish food. As seen here, Placozoa have no known use to humans. Nothing. They are simply the boogers of the sea. Just remember, if you ever feel simple, boring, or useless, at least you're not in the phylum Placozoa. Thank you to the LMU Biology Department for a wonderful year. And thank you to Dr. C and our amazing and wonderful and I ran out of adjectives. Camilla Rocadanza, RTA. Do you think she'll give us brownie points for saying that? Oh shoot, I'm still recording.